Oh, hello. Good day, good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are around the world. CamoDAVE all over the world. All over the world. Look at this. Isn't this neat? Bond. Michael Bond sent me this. Thank you, Michael. It's a giant cup. It's bigger than my head. Woo. Something Sven Gooley should do. Hey, Shimei. Hey, Michigander man. Glarses. Got to have the Glarses here to read the chat. Just getting set up this morning. How are you doing? It is a kind of partly cloudy day. I think we're supposed to get some rain later. I hate rainy Saturdays. I just wish every Saturday would be nice and sunny. We've had some pretty good weather here lately, but I don't know. The pollen's really bad. The pollen is bad. Anyway, let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, right. Let's get our little background music going here. All right, yeah. Crotchy's over there. We should turn on Crotchy's device, shouldn't we? There we go. Anyway, how you doing? Send me Sunny. Send me Sunny. Yeah. I see you. I'm in your head all the time. All the time. Send me Sunny. Hey, how's everybody doing this morning? Shimei, Michigander man, Arizona Mark. Morning from Sierra Vista. Hey, you're up early, so it's what about not 7:30 there? Well, that's not that early. Thank you to This Old Stoner for this wonderful little drawing here of me and my favorite cartoon character from my youth, Ricochet Rabbit. Isn't that very? Thank you so much. And then he sent me a little booklet here of his coloring in things. It's very cool there. Check out This Old Stoner. And he has some really cool, like Betty Boop in here and Felix the Cat and the Jetsons. I always like the Jetsons. And yeah, some really good Popeye the Sailor Man. Hi, Ziggy. Hey, Noreen. Hey, Chad from GB. The only way I know what day it is because of my pill container. Yeah, and if it's SaturDAVE, that's right. Take your Saturday pills. Hey, everybody, take your Saturday morning pills if you haven't done it yet. And then, of course, I got this week. I'm kind of a big deal on YouTube. Thank you to Michael Bond. Evie's delivering pizzas. Is she still delivering pizzas? I hope she's wearing a mask. I hope she's... Evie, if you're delivering pizzas, wear a mask, okay? So anyway, I want to thank... I really do want to thank This Old Stoner. And then he sent me a plasticized version of it, too. That's cool. So thank you very much, Old Stoner. That is very nice of you. All right. That's enough of that. So we got that, and then I want to. I got a bunch of other shout outs to do this morning. Let's just catch up. Hey, there's B in Athens. Yeah, that's right. She's not working this weekend, so she's taking the weekend off. So that's nice. Michigander man, are they paying? Aren't they paying $2 an hour premium? Oh, man, I have a job so I can support my family. Yeah, at least you have a job. If you're working retail, it is kind of scary these days, but at least you got a job. That seems to be in-demand jobs at the moment. A lot of retailers want to hire more. Yeah, Dave might have to deliver pizzas. Well, if the pizza parlor was open, maybe I'd do that. I don't know. Shatter King, Ziggy, nice to see you all here, taking my Saturday morning anxiety meds. Yeah, I'm the same way. In the morning, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't want to deal with all this crap again. You know, if it's a couple days of dealing with it, but it's another day, what day, like 48 or something. I don't know. I get that way. It's like, I just want to stay in bed. But at least you got an hour or so of diversion on Saturday mornings with the Camo Dave channel. So again, thanks to this old stoner for that. I got a whole bunch of things here. Got a bunch of swag yesterday. I want to thank Frank Costello. Frank Costello up in Utica, New York, for this wonderful card and a little bit of a donation there, some beer money in there. Thank you, Frank. Dave, I hope you're having a good day. I put a little bit of money so you can go to lunch. I would like to take you to lunch, but you live too far away. We live too far away from each other. Have a great day. Enjoy your lunch. Your friend, Frank Costello. Thank you, Frank. I'll give you a call later. Frank's up there in Utica, New York, and it is kind of odd because I'll be 70 degrees and sunny here, and it's 35 degrees and snowing up there. So anyway, hey, Shimei. Hey, computer chick. Your niece has the C. Oh, no. That's terrible. Oh, my word. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, Noreen, that's awful. Tazmod is in bed. Yeah, just stay there all day, Tazmod. Just spend the whole day in bed. Does anybody do that? I don't do that even when I'm sick. I got to get up and do something. I'm washing I am actually starting to get my hands chapped a little bit. I've been washing them so much. Wow. RV on the Wayside sent me a really cool pile of stuff here. Donovan and Jody. They sent me a whole bunch of stickers. We are excited to be following you and see what you have to share. Thank you, Camo Dave. RV on the Wayside, and they have a sticker club for trading stickers. And I'm going to send them some stuff too. Do I have their address? Yes, they did. They sent me their address. Okay, I'm going to send you guys some stickers, but they sent me a bunch of their stickers. This is really cool. Very nice stickers. RV on the Wayside. Thank you. Aren't they neat? I'm going to have to put this over on the side here to remember to send them some stickers. And then they sent me one of their little cards here. Isn't that nice? Follow us and give us money. Oh, no, give us a like. Give us some love. So thank you very much. And then, I got a bunch. I don't know. For some reason, I got a bunch of swag in the mail yesterday. And then, okay. And then we got, this is from Mr. Church in Arkansas. So many YouTubers that I have now unsubscribed to. I don't want to mention any names, but yeah, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, he's a lot of people that we cover. He's no longer subscribed to. So he sent me some bucks. Thank you so much. And he wants some stickers. So I got his address here. I will send him some stickers. Yeah, and wow. And he subbed to Carolina Tony. Yeah, Carolina Tony is a cool cat. I'd like to give a shout out to Cole and Jay, a young couple in Conway, Arkansas. A fishing channel, but very well done. And I think you'd like them. Okay, I will check them out. Thank you for doing your YouTube reviews. I watch daily. RV in Church. Rick. Well, thank you so much, Rick. All right. So that's the shout outs for the morning. Doxinator woke up this morning. Hey, Doxy, how are you doing? Hey, yeah, Frank's here. I just did showed your card. Thank you, Mad Mac and Cheese and Mr. Piglet. What a name. Some people have depression that can't be helped because of a chemical balance in the brain. You should sell camo T-shirts that say free hugs. Social distancing is unhealthy and inhumane. Wow. I heard you can get warts on your hands if you use too much. I actually do not use hand sanitizer most of the time on my hands. I just use liquid soap. In fact, I can't find hand sanitizer. Nobody has it. We had a couple things of hand sanitizer, and we used them up already. And you go in the stores, and there's no hand sanitizer. So I just soap's good. You know, I got some of that soap with like extra lanolin or whatever they call it, some sort of creamy in it. So it does kind of, yeah. Then when you touch your phone, it gets your phone all gunky looking, but still, It's not too bad, but I do have a couple little breaks there. I'm not a doctor or a scientist. The doxinator's in the house. Well, he showed up a little late, huh? I mean, if I'm paying the doxin, I don't pay the doxinator. I'll just show up 5 minutes late. I don't know. Anybody else been reading more books lately? Oh, my word. We're the Smiths. Nice to see you here. Yeah, I don't think Cece is watching. I don't know. What do you say about that? Everybody says stupid things on their, I've done that where I put up a video and I say something and I didn't mean to say what, or it got misconstrued, or I was in a bad mood, or you say something on a chat and it's, people take it the wrong way. Can you send some tacos COD? Yes. Ellen Wilson. Yes, Ellen Wilson was one of the people that sent a letter defending the minimum wage Walmart workers to CC. She's a veteran. She knows YouTube. She's been on YouTube for many years, and you say stuff sometimes that maybe needs to be explained. I've been in stores where I get frustrated. You're walking around the store, you got to wait in line. They don't, as I said in my video this morning, it's hard to find the wipes anymore. They usually, when in stores, the first couple of weeks of this virus thing, you'd walk in and they'd have the hand sanitizer or something, and they don't have that anymore. So you're kind of like, bring your own, And I do. I put in a pocket with a little squeeze bottle of stuff that I keep in my pocket. Squeeze. But still, yeah, there's some things that kind of drive you crazy. We got a ding dong there. Let me punch up the messenger here. Anyway, so I know what the ding dong. My camera's charged. Ding. Doxinator sends me something. Oh, I sent that. Yeah, I sent that to the Doxinator. Yeah, we're getting messages. Working in retail is not an easy job. People can be mean, especially during times of stress. Yes. I used to do retail when I was a kid. I got out of college, and the first job I had out of college was working in a record shop. Remember records? They were these big black things, and you'd put them down, and then you had to turn. I know most of you guys probably don't even remember those, but they had grooves in them, and you'd play them, and then they make noise come out of the speakers. So I worked at a record shop called Harmony Hut for a couple of months, and I hated it. I like music, but this was not a record shop that catered to my taste. Kind of funky, new wave, weird punk. This was a record shop that catered to like middle-aged ladies' tastes in a mall, and we were big on like Kenny Rogers and Barbra Streisand, stuff like that. We sold a lot of that. We did not sell too much Depeche Mode and The Cure there. Everybody, plus we had really high mall prices. We were selling records for like $9.29, whereas you could go down to Kent Mill or Penguin Feather and buy them for $5.99 or $4.99. And they had all the stacks of, the Sex Pistols and the Rolling Stones. We had piles of Conway Twitty and a lot of we sold a lot of Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand and Andy Gibb was his name. Was that one of the Bee Gee guy? They did an album. One of the Bee Gees. They did some. I Am a Woman in Love. We sold that, and we had to. Oh my God. And I did that retail work for about 3 or 4 months, and right about Christmas time, and everybody was coming in buying crap, and I just said I can't take this anymore. I said I don't want to ever do retail again. Hey, Catherine. Yes, they're stealing the wipes. I think that's right. All of a sudden that wipe I notice a lot. Some stores will actually have the little bottle of the sanitizer there, and then somebody just comes in and walks out with it, right? I'm sure they're doing that. My granddaughters are college students that work at Walmart and make over $4 over Idaho. Yeah, and again, this particular YouTube nomad or former nomad said, minimum wage workers, like throwing everybody into that. And a lot of folks that do work at grocery stores and Walmarts make more than the minimum wage. So that's kind of insulting too, in a way, but you just say, oh, if you work in a retail establishment, you're just a minimum wage worker. Well, she could have taken the video down and come up and said, sorry, folks, I didn't mean that. I was sorry, blah, blah, blah. But no, then she did the FU video, I'm out of here, so. Hey, whatever. I mean, I'm sure her views will probably go way up, and she'll come back in a couple days, and I don't know, who knows? I don't know. Dave, the hardest thing is starting to be at that moment. There doesn't seem to be an end in sight. We know that eventually there will be, but it doesn't seem soon. Keith R. Keith, I think what you got to realize, thank you, 100,000 views. I think what you got to realize, and I don't know what your religion is or spirituality is, but you got to realize that I think life is supposed to be a big test. The reason we're here living is we're supposed to be tested and it's not supposed to be easy. We're supposed to have different things happen to us. And, some people were born, in England in 1935 and they had to, live through the Blitz. And some people, it's just the way life is. Sometimes, we have things like this, I don't know. We don't have somebody dropping bombs on us every night. We don't have air raids. We don't have our houses being blown up. Some places in the world right now that happens all the time. It's a weird world. And I think, as Cheap RB Living Bob kind of said, you got to just adapt to what it is. Life makes changes, and either they're on a personal level or on a large level. You can get a life change on a personal level. You go to the doctor, I got a pain here. The doctor comes out and says, you know what? You got certain kind of cancer and you only got 2 months to live. That could happen. You're walking, feeling good one day, and I got a pain in my chest. Next thing you know, you're laying there waiting for open heart surgery. I'm just saying that's life, and it's weird and crazy and nutty. And I think, you got to be flexible and realize that, things change. Yeah, I noticed that Mitch DJ 99 at the end of her video, and she ran that little closer thing that said, see you tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, Shatter King, somebody said you can't love other people until you like yourself. I don't know if you have to love yourself, but you really need to like yourself. If you don't like yourself, then it's kind of hard to like other people. You know what I'm saying? And that may sound a little self-centered, but I think it is kind of true. If you have low self-esteem and don't care much for yourself, then it's going to be awful hard to care for other people. I'm grateful right now because my work is letting me work as many hours as I need to because my wife is on unemployment at the moment, so it does help. Yeah, Michigander, man. I'm self-employed, and, I've been doing this for years. I get up in the morning, I walk 10 steps, I'm sitting down at my computer, I work at home, so this was not such a big change for me. I'm just doing what I have been doing, I had planned to do some traveling this spring now that I've moved to North Carolina, and those plans are kind of off for the moment. We were going to try to do a meetup there at Pigeon Forge, maybe by Memorial Day or maybe sometime in May, but there's no way we can do that right now. I don't want to do that right now. If we get, dozen people show up, I don't want somebody to give the virus to somebody else, So just kind of, I was hoping to go visit my sister, and she was hoping to go to Disney this April. And, I was going to go visit the Doxinator and do some stuff with him. And I'm just, I wanted to go visit Barb. And I said, Barb, I'd love to go down. Barb came up here a couple weekends ago, and we just didn't get together. She was doing some stuff over in Asheville. And I just, I thought it would be better if we just social distance and all that. And, I would love it if, we could get together and do some stuff, but, I just don't want to, it's not so much me that I'm worried about. It's bringing the virus back to other people around me, I don't know, it's just scary like that. So, there's no way you can, hey, right on, Ellen. There's no way you can completely live your life. And, there have been people that literally don't leave their house and get the virus. Somebody delivers their dinners to them and they cough on it. I don't know. I think what you got to do is just turn the media off because the media is trying to scare you and get viewers. Okay. Just turn them off. Don't watch the evening news. Just don't do it. The thing you got to realize, bottom line is, 85% of the people that get this virus either have very minimal symptoms or they don't show any symptoms at all. That's 85%. The people that do, those are the ones that get sick enough to go to the doctor. Those are the ones that are showing up in the tests, okay? The official tests. So you got to realize there's a lot more people that have this virus and are spreading it around than show up in the original on these tests. And then of the tests, a small percentage of those people actually have to go to the hospital. Most people can still handle it at home. And then of the people that go to the hospital, then there's a small percentage or, modest percentage of them that actually have to have serious things done. So, most people, again, but it is scary because you think now, I wake up almost every morning with a tickle in my throat from allergies. It's been really bad this week. Things are floating around. And you wake up in the morning, is this the start of something? Or, oh my gosh. I mean, you can't let yourself go into this hypochondriacal germaphobe kind of living. It's wonky, like wonky guy, 105 wonky. Hey, this old stoner, thank you so much. I was showing the folks earlier this morning. Where is that? Oh my goodness, where did I put it? It is down at the bottom. Here it is. Yeah, thank you so much, old stoner. I got your stuff in the mail. This is very cool. There's me, and there's Ricochet Rabbit. And I mentioned, I think somebody asked me in one of the chats who my favorite cartoon character is when I was a kid, and I remember Ricochet Rabbit. Jacob the Carpetbagger is not far away. I was going to go hang out at Pigeon Forge Dollywood. I was hoping that the governor here has extended the lockdown through the 8th of May. I noticed in some states around here, like Georgia and South Carolina. Oh, man. I don't know. And of course, the beaches now, South Carolina, parts of Florida, Georgia's now, the beaches are open. If you stay away, just don't, most people at the beach don't, are too close to other people. I can't imagine a beach would be terribly dangerous, Plus, being out in the sun is probably a good thing. Scotland, hello, Scotty. Hey, Scotland. Hello from the Bronx. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. It is scary, I think, because about half the cases of this virus are in New York City. Literally, you have the whole rest of the country has 50% or 55%, and then New York City has the other 50%. So you have one city that has half the cases. Is anybody surprised by her actions? Yeah, I don't know. That, I think, Jude, Southern Ontario, nice to hear. Diesel Max. Probably the best idea is to stay home so others don't have to deal with her privileged, what. My room feels like a prison because I live in an apartment and don't have an office area. All I do is work and watch TV these days. Yeah. I don't know. Again, my advice, I hope, they don't, they leave the parks here are closed, but you can still go in them and walk. Okay. The facilities are closed. The restrooms, the playgrounds, whatever is at the parks are closed, but you got to get out. I got to get out every day and do some walking and get some fresh air. I think that's a very important thing. I do walk around downtown Morganton now and then. It's all closed up pretty much, and you see other people doing that. And in fact, on last Sunday, which was a nice day with nice weather, there's quite a few people out there. We're all staying away from each other, but cancel your exploration to Joliet. We're supposed to do a paranormal investigation at the prison there. Well, yeah, that's what Jacob the Carpetbagger was saying. I was watching his chat the other day where they were throwing him a lot of money. He was getting a lot. And why I see these YouTubers, they do these chats and it's just like $50, $25, $30. And he's sitting there going, oh, I can't go out. I'm stuck at home. I'll walk around my hometown and do videos. And then we have people that are back on the road. Did you notice that Pneumatic Fanatic is back on the road now? He at least is traveling across Missouri there. I guess he got tired of being hunkered down there at his buddy's place and, at the car stereo place. So Anyway, let me get caught up on the chat here. I'm behind. Calamity Joe. Boom, bubble, bust, repeat. Hunkered down in the chat. Yeah, I don't think the Doxinator's been outside in 5 weeks, right? Doxy doesn't, I mean, he goes out on his back deck, but he doesn't leave his property. So he's probably very pale and pasty, Doxinator. That's true. Dave doesn't want to be, he thinks I'm infected. As I said, B, you're a nurse, you're working on the front lines, and I think you're doing a great job, and I think you're fine. But I am living with a guy who had the heart, thing, and I don't want to risk anything. Okay, if it was just me and that's all I was worried about, I would say I wouldn't worry too much about it. But the worry for me, the thing that goes in my head is spreading it around to some other folks. That there are some older folks around this building. There's my friend here who's got some issues. I don't want to, even risk doing that. Okay. And that's the deal there. A new analysis found this is, yeah, Jude, I mean, good Lord, copper. Don't get any pennies. Are we doing the gasoline price thing? I think it's $1.50 here, $1.50 something here in beautiful Western North Carolina. $1.06. No, I don't. That's not that low here. Frenchie the beaver puppet is staying in his home. He stuck his head out once. Nomadic Fanatic moved because he was in Illinois now, was shut down, and that's why he would annoy the Illinois governor. Oh, okay, yeah. So he went from Illinois over to Missouri, right? He ought to go hang out with Rob there, Little House Off Grid. I would love to see Eric kind of hang out with some other nomads like that. No, he's not a nomad anymore, but Rob is. I snack on COVID. What was it? Doxiner said we should call it CoDavid. CoDavid, the CoDavid virus. Doctor, I have this incurable urge to wear camo pants. I think I have the CoDavid virus. Oh, dear. That's right, the Walmart. There's a shortage of camo pants at the Walmart. Toilet paper and camo pants are in short supply at the Walmart. Nobody understands why there's been a rush on them. Mark H., the wholesale price of gas is 65 cents. I'm old enough to remember. Do anybody remember? They're old enough to remember the first time they saw gasoline for over $1 a gallon. I was, when I was in college in the 70s, it was 89 cents, 89.9, 92.9, 95.9. It was always under $1. And then my dad and I drove up to New Jersey to visit my grandparents. When was that? 79, 80, something like that. And we've actually stopped at a gas station in Maryland on I-95 that was $1.01. And I'm like, we finally did it. Over $1 for a gallon of gas. I still remember that. Noreen, yeah, it is still in short supply. You can find it. It's easier to find now. The Walmart does often have a very small pile of it, but yeah, I did find a 6-pack of the double rolls about 2 weeks ago at the Walmart, so I got that. So that should take me through Labor Day. So I'm in pretty good shape. You remember as though it's 33.9. Yeah, I can go back to about 60 something when I was a kid. I think I remember like 65.9, 60 something, but I don't remember 30 something 9. No. Do I have camo toilet paper? No. Although I do have that money toilet paper that somebody sent me a while back, the guy in Massachusetts. 75. Yeah, maybe that's about 75, 60 some cents. That's about the long football as far back as I can remember. If you can remember 23 cents, remember 23 cents a gallon, man. There is a rush on Tabasco sauce. Really? Yeah. Oh yeah. The gas lines in the 70s. Sure. Oh yeah. I remember those. And up through the early 80s. Oh yeah. There were several of those. We had a couple rounds of those. That's as crazy as the toilet paper shortage, you know. People were just hoarding it. You know, everybody was so frightened of running out. You would fill up your car, get in line to fill up your car if you were like a third of a tank down. You know, people would like, oh, I'm down a third of a tank. I need to top my tank off, and I'll go sit in line for 2 hours to do that. And then remember, then they did the changes, right? They did the if your license plate ended in an odd number or an even number or whatever. Only odd number plates can get their, you know, I don't know. Plenty of TP here at Mark H's place. Yeah. I keep my tank full, polypedal. Well, you know, again, there's nowhere to drive to. You're not supposed to go anywhere. Everybody's staying home. They said the pollution level in all the big cities is way down, even all around the world, like Bombay and stuff, you know, Mumbai, whatever it's called, New Delhi. You know, they choked with pollution, and now you can actually see all the buildings. It's weird. What cures depression, Calamity Joe? What did you say? It cures depression. Oh, Tabasco sauce, hot sauce. Really? I do like hot sauce. I you know, it makes your eyes water and all that. I don't know, it probably is good for the V. I don't know. Getty Gas. I remember Getty Gas. I grew up in the Philadelphia area. Getty gas stations, yeah. And yes, you remember that? I think was that Nixon dropped everything to 55 because that was supposedly more fuel efficient. So all the highways, you couldn't go any faster than 55, double nickel. Oh yeah, I remember that too. That was right. The odd even rationing. Yeah, yeah. Your first car was a 1965 F85 Olds. Man. My first car was a purple Toyota Corolla. I wanted a VW. I really wanted some sort of VW because I always liked VW. Even if it was a Beetle or something, I just wanted a VW. And we went to the VW dealer, and they didn't. I was, you know, looking for a used car, and I was like, you know, just got my driver's license. I'm in college now. I was like 19, and I really wanted a VW. And the used cars, they just didn't have right price, whatever. But they did have this little used purple Toyota. And my dad said, look, it's the price you want. It's probably okay. Get it. So I got it. And I did not like it. I didn't like it. It was like icky. It was like little purple Toyota. And I just didn't like it. And Dad noticed in the back there was some chrome missing, a piece of chrome. And he said, I'll drive it into work because there's a place on my way to work where they have chrome and they'll fit it for you. So he drove the car one day into work, and he's pulling off an exit ramp on Route 50 there in Arlington off of Glebe Road, and somebody rear ends him. You know, he hits the brakes, and somebody plows into the back of the car. Nobody was injured, but they totaled the car. You know, it was like a little accordion, you know. And so we went back to the VW dealer, as fate would have it, and they had a beautiful orange 1975 Rabbit that I went, yes! It had racing stripes on the side. And I love that car. And yeah, I have pictures of it. So yeah, so I got the car I wanted, but it was a weird fate. You know, I don't know if Dad hadn't had that accident, I would have been stuck with that purple Toyota. A Datsun, yeah. Corolla, yeah. My Corolla. A Vega. Oh yeah, Vega. That was an ugly looking car, the Chevy Vega. The Pinto. It was like the Ford Pinto and the Chevy Vega. Yeah, I remember that. The old pumps, right? They never thought the price would go up over $1. So they only, yeah, there were some old pumps, the Fiscally Sound. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Shamay. Thank you, Shamay. You are amazing. Aww. Thank you. And then my dad always bought American cars. He was into Oldsmobiles. For some reason, Dad liked Oldsmobiles. So we always bought an Oldsmobile. I don't know. And then I kept buying, and then on my second car, I got a Golf, and then Dad started to like the VWs. And then one day he came home in a Jetta, and I was like, Dad bought a VW. And then he bought. Dad liked to do that every year or two, just come home and surprise us. He bought a new car. He wouldn't tell anybody. He'd just come home from work, and then we'd look and see, what is this white Audi pulling up the driveway? Who's that? And it was Dad. He would do that. He wouldn't tell anybody. He was like, just drive home from work and decide to buy a new car. I listen to Preston and Steve podcast, but XPM has the best music. Oh, are we getting into radio? There's a radio station here in the Western North Carolina called WNCW 88.7. It's on the web. Just Google WNCW, and it plays some really cool music, some indie rock, some folk, some jazz, some blues. I love it. I have it on the car when I'm, it has good signal. It's towers up on top of a mountain, and they're a really good station. If I'm in the mood for music, I almost always put NCW on, and they have some really cool bumper stickers, and I want to get one. I could drive it's an hour to the radio station down there in Spindale, North Carolina, but I'd love to get a WNCW. I guess I could just give them some money, make a donation on their website and say, send me a bumper sticker, because I would love a WNCW. WNCW. Your dad did that too. A lot of our dads just come home in a new car. And then he got in a big fight with my mom because one day he came home in a stick shift. He came home in a stick shift, and Mom goes, you bought that stick shift because you didn't want me to drive your car, right? Because Mom couldn't drive a stick shift. They had a big argument. No, honey, it was a good price, and that's all they had. No, you. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. I appreciate that. A 19, and it is funny driving around here in North Carolina and in Georgia, how many old cars you see on the roads. You still see people driving old 1970s Lincoln Continentals and stuff like that. In Northern Virginia, they have the emissions rules and all that. And, you can't drive, can't legally drive an old beat up clunker like that around. They just won't pass the emissions. But when you get out, away from Atlanta, away from Charlotte, there's no emissions rules. So you can pretty much drive the clunkers to your heart's content. Your first car was a 58 Carmen Ghia. I love those. Yeah. That was the same thing as a Bug, right? It just had a different body on it. Yeah. Those are cool. The Carmen Ghia. Yeah. Remember the Thing? And then they had the Thing. I've been watching some videos of some of the old VW Bugs, Beetles, and I got to watch some Carmen Ghia ones too. But the Thing, that was a VW with that weird body. You could take the doors off and everything. The Volkswagen Thing. And that's the thing I guess I get down with on Volkswagen now. It used to be Volkswagens are very distinctive. You could just immediately see a car go, that's a VW. You didn't even need to see a little badge on it. You go, that's a VW, that's a VW, that's a VW. They look different than everybody else. Beetle, the Bug, the Golf, the Rabbit, they all look different. Even the Jettas, they look different. Now they're all doing the same thing as everybody else. They have these vans, VW vans that could be anything. The Jettas could be a Lexus. I mean, they just look alike. All these cars that, they all look alike today. You can't tell the difference. And I liked it when VW was different. You just see a VW and go, that's a VW. A 20 or old car no longer requires emissions. Yeah, I think they do have exemptions, right, for older cars. I'm looking to buy a van or an RV. I thought Camper Van Kevin was going to give me his ProMaster, but I guess he decided to sell it. Thank you, Noreen. Yes, support me on paypal.me. That's right. Barb's got a bedroom there. She's taking in boarders. If I don't know if Trip and Tracy's out there, if she wants to come up here and visit me in North Carolina, wants to spend a couple days in Athens, you're welcome to stay at Barb's for a couple days. She'll show you deserted Athens. That's right. It is weird Because when I was there last year, it was so bustling. You go downtown and it's busy and there's crowds everywhere. And then she was doing some pictures up on Instagram the other day of just how empty it is. The whole it's like everywhere. The downtown, there's nobody. It's middle of the day. No college kids, no nothing, VW buses are like gold now. Yeah. Stimulate day. I did go on the IRS website and they are mailing me a check. It said mailing as of yesterday, but I hope it gets mailed here and not Virginia, because if it gets mailed to Virginia, I'm going to have to get my wonderful friends Susan and Sandy to mail it to me, but who knows? I never got a ticket in it. Bright red. Barb's red. Barb's bed and breakfast. Oh, Barb's bed and no breakfast. No, Barb will make you breakfast. Barb makes some good stuff for breakfast. Barb will make breakfast for you. She'll make you dinner. She has a garden. She has lettuce in the garden. She'll make her homegrown lettuce in your salad. It's delicious. Itchy Boots. Yeah, I noticed that. She's got a video up, a compilation of some of her trip stuff. Yeah. I'm getting a check mailed on the 28th. Good luck. Yeah. Do you have to go on a website to get the check? No, Catherine, but there is a website. Just put IRS, where's my check, in the Google thing. You go to an IRS website. It'll ask you for your name, your social, your zip code, and then it will say the status of your payment. And mine, it just says you'll be mailed a check on April 24th to the address on file. So whatever that is. Now, I changed my addresses since I moved here, and I filed my taxes in early March. So hopefully they have my new address in the system. If not, it'll be mailed to Springfield. I ate breakfast. I'm not a breakfast person, but, you made breakfast. There were a couple days where we did live chats in the morning, and you made me some breakfast, and then Doxinator got mad because I'm sitting here eating stuff. Vodka can be breakfast. Yes, well, it can. Why did you leave your house? Are you crazy? I think I was driving her crazy. We had a nice time. My plan was originally to stay there for a month or two or a couple weeks, and it just kept going. It kept going, and we had a good time. And then I went to see who in Orlando for a while, and then we did some traveling, and we came up to North Carolina in June, and it just kind of dragged and whatever. So yeah, send me some money to help till my check arrives. I would have been, I said that, don't cook for me, but you wanted to cook. I didn't ask Barb. I demand that you cook for me. Barb, if you get his check, I don't think my check's going to Athens. I don't think I never told the IRS I was in Georgia. Oh, you got yours in the mail yesterday. Website said April 14th, and that's when it showed. Oh, really? It actually showed on the 24th. The website said you would get it on the 24th, and you got it on the 24th. Oh, because it made it sound like it was being mailed on the 24th. Oh, well, I didn't get mine on the 24th. Maybe it's up in Springfield. I'm going to have to call up Susan up there and just say, keep an eye out for the checky poo. And again, I don't know. Everybody's, you either got it that first batch 2 weeks ago or you're sitting there waiting for it. There's no in between. You spent all of it, $75 on Save the Rest. Say a Doxinator got his check and then he went and spent it on a Jackery power machine. I'm going to buy my Jackery. Yeah, I don't pay my taxes with direct deposit. I always owe, so I always just mail them a check. I'll do my taxes on TurboTax, and then it says you owe X amount of dollars, and then you say I will pay on the 15th of April, and then you just say okay. They give you a little coupon to print out, and then you just mail that in with and then it's always 2 weeks for the check to clear. So I always do it that way, but. Anyway, they have a new act called the ABC Act that will give every person in America $2,000 a month on a debit card. What? Where are they getting all this money? I mean, all of a sudden, man, the government is just coughing up billions and millions of dollars. I mean, we don't have money. We don't have money to even buy health and ensure that, unemployed people have health insurance. But now the money's just throwing it all over the place. You got to wonder too. This is an election year, and the guy who's running the country right now. He's probably thinking, send them money. They'll vote for me. Breakfast is the least important meal of the day. Yeah. Oh, really? You got your SS and your stimulus on the same day. Well, that's a double whammy there. That's right. The camo tax. Where is all this money coming from? Somebody said that, you just print more and more money up, and then the money becomes worth less and less, and then prices all go up. If money becomes devalued, then, we're going to be paying $20 for a loaf of bread in a year or two. I don't know. That just printing more money is not the answer. It really isn't. I don't know. And again, politicians love doing that. They love to take a bad situation and make it worse. So yeah, we're not only worried about the virus, now we're worried about the economy collapsing and hyperinflation and who knows what. Maybe we'll become just like Venezuela, where we'll need, $20 million to buy a Starbucks coffee. Hey, good morning, Dumonic. How are you? Did you watch Adam the Woo? He's doing videos from his new apartment there in Orange, California. And he had a whole bunch of Mountain Dew sitting there on the lower right corner of his refrigerator. And I don't think he touched any of them. Every day he'd show us his refrigerator, and there's all that Mountain Dew in there. He ought to box it up and send it to you. I'm old enough that additional debt from the trillion brings printed. Yeah. I don't know. In a weird way, it is kind of comforting to know, I'm getting up there in age, and it is kind of comforting to know that I don't know, if things go down the toilet, I'm only going to be here. I don't have to live with it for 50 years, Your wife, yeah, that's interesting. We're the Smiths. I received mine by direct deposit. My wife didn't, and now she's mad at you. Taxpayers will have a huge bill come due. Yeah, we got to pay for it one way or the other. Okay, if the government's just throwing money at every problem, I thought that's what liberals did. Isn't that what liberals do? You hear all the conservatives, all those liberals, all they want to do is throw money at everything. Throw money at it. Throw money at it. Throw money at it. Well, now who's doing that? Yeah, I am here from the government, and I am here to help you. That's right. Oh, it's the same thing from like technology now, give us all your data so we can stick it in this little phone. We're here to help you. We're here to make it easier for you to pay things. We're here to make you safer. Just give us all your money and get rid of your privacy. And then we'll have little dots come up on the screen and we'll show where everybody who's got a fever is, your temperature. Every morning, enter your temperature into this app. And then all of a sudden now you'll get to, I'm here in Western North Carolina, and look at all these red dots. Ooh, this person has a fever 3 apartment doors down. I got to avoid them. Yeah, it's Orwellian. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. Just give us all your data. We want to know what you want to shop for. We know you don't want to have to look for it. So tell us all the stuff you buy. Use your little card in the grocery store so it tells us all the products you buy so that we can market things for you. Oh, you like to like sugary drinks. You buy too much Pepsi Cola. Ooh, you're going to be a high candidate for diabetes drugs. Ooh, we're going to know that. Stonerd. That's right. Thank you, Stonerd. Yeah, isn't that cool? This is going up on the wall. I'm gonna put this up on the wall later. I'm gonna put it right over there. So I gotta get that. He gave me a little plasticized version of it here. So I'm gonna put that one up. Yeah, so that'll go right over there. That's really cool. Thank you, Stonard. I'll be returning my Trump check. Dave, send your... No, I'm not returning it. I'm taking it. I'm not going to be like Mike. I ain't like Mike. The government wants to send me a check. I'm taking it. Some lady got held hostage for her check. Oh, dear. Almonds are the miracle cure. That's right. Carpetbag, just eat a lot of almonds. Cover that awful light. What, that thing? You don't like that light? Thank you, old stoner. That is so cool. I am fine. I just have allergies. I've got a lot of tickle. Every morning I wake up with a tickle in my throat. A lot of drippy crap. You know, again, I get this every spring and I don't even think about it. And this year I'm like, wonder what that is. Ooh. No, Jude, I don't even think he's getting a check, right? Do you think Living Free Mike is, is he even, you know, these nomads, do they even file their taxes? I don't know. Half of them don't even have proper legal addresses. How are you going to file your taxes? The government, yeah, what color underwear do you wear? That's right. Do you wear camo underwear? That's right. Yeah, and that's very true, Mark. Make the people dependent on the government. You're very right. The camo mask might help you with the allergies when you are outside. That's very true, Noreen. Hypo Dave, cough. Generic Claritin at Sam's is $10 a year. Oh. Yeah, I've actually worn a mask a couple times going out, and it's too hot. I'm just like, hot. Your breath is hot, and then it goes all around your face, and oh my gosh. Yeah, a certain nomad. Yeah, well, Mike, said he was returning his check, and then he did a video where he was asking for money, right? He's not getting a check. He's mad, you know? He's probably very angry. They don't file taxes because they don't have enough income. You're right. Or even if they do have enough income, they don't have a legal address anywhere, so they just, you know, go off grid, so to speak, with their finances. A lot of people do that, you know? I don't know. And that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube, I think, is supposed to send you a 1099, although many years I don't get one, but they're supposed to do that. And PayPal, I think sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It depends, so I don't know. I've got a face mask with a Mountain Dew logo. There you go. I carry a bandana with me and only put it on if I'm going to get close to anyone. Yeah. What did I have? I have camo socks. I have 2 camo socks. I was going to tie them together and then kind of a gag. How about a gag? Put a gag on. Gag me. Yeah, the N95s. Yeah, Barbara, you got your N95s down there to wear, or you all have to wear the same one every day, or what? Wear my Lou mask. Yeah, I got a Lou mask. I think Social Blade is a high estimate. Yeah, I doubt it makes 250. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand Social Blade because there are some YouTubers, they'll have 2 YouTubers that have the same amount of daily views, and the one YouTuber is estimated to make a lot more money than the other. And I do not understand that. The Lou mask comes with its own virus. Will Sober get a check as a support dog? I wear a Lone Ranger mask to bed. That's the eyes. Cover the eyes. Yeah, I know. They'll put the mask on under their nose. So it's like, yeah, but you're breathing through your nose, so the mask isn't protecting your nose. What's the point of even wearing a mask? Unless you're a mouth breather. You have a pet virus. You know, they have actually reported on the news that several cats have gotten the virus now. A couple tigers and some house cats. Yeah, odds. I don't know. Social blades all over the place. As I said, some of the estimates are just wackadoodle. Rebecca, as of yesterday, I celebrated my birthday and I'm now officially an old lady. I am now a couple years behind you. Yeah, I'm an old man. Well, happy birthday, Rebecca. Yeah, the nose hairs. Yeah, that's right. You take it off. You only wear it when other people can see you, right? And then you take it off when no one's looking. I've seen people in the park doing that. Social Blade says you make $6 annually. Sherry. Well, I think on YouTube you need to have $100 before they'll send it to you, right? If you only make $6 a month, then it's going to take you, 8 or 9 months to get to the $100 mark. But then once you hit 100, then they either mail you the check or send it to your bank account. You should see Wonder Hussy. She says in a recent video how much she makes on YouTube, $20,000 a year, and how much she makes in Patreon, $25. Wow. 45. Yeah, okay. Well, good for her. I'm believing what her views are. She probably does. But then again, $45K, if that's your only job, that's still in this day and age, if you're paying rent and you've got kids and a mortgage and car payments, $45K, that's pre-taxes, that's pre-health insurance. That's not a hell of a lot of money in 2020 America. In a lot of places, you live in near a big city, 40K, $45K a year is not a ton of money. I mean, really, the government's going to take a quarter to a third of that in your taxes. And then you've got health insurance, got car insurance, you got probably mortgage or a rental payment where you're living, and then food and gasoline and travel expenses. And it's not a lot of money. And it is true with YouTube. You look and go, oh, they're making $20,000 a year. Woohoo! Try living on $20K a year in most of America. It's not going to be easy. Now, if it's $20K a month, that's different. She's making $20,000 a month and $25K on Patreon a month, then she's probably doing pretty good. Dave does not make 100K in pesos. No. Yeah, if you live by yourself and you live like Rob is doing in a little shack in a little plot of land, you might be able to do it. A secret $1 million YouTuber mansion. I wish. I've been very fortunate in life on a lot of different aspects, but financially, I'm not one of those lucky people. I put money in the stock market and it goes down. I buy a house at a certain price and 13 years later, it's worth 40% less. That's the Dave way of finances. Okay. So, go figure. Send mom money. Mom? Who's mom? Yes, and then you get the debts. And that's true with a lot of nomads because we see them having making money. And then we hear about, there are a number of nomads that I've heard a lot of rumors about that they owe child support or alimony. That they're on the road, they owe money. They had a kid with another woman, and now they're divorced, and the kid's going to college, and they are being dinged for child support and other debts. And there are a number of nomads that probably have credit card debts through the kazoo for all their traveling. And if I wear bikinis in my videos, I'll make 50,000 watts. So you don't know. You really don't know somebody's personal situation. You really don't. You think, oh, they're making this much money. Well, yeah, how many people are really debt-free? They don't have a car payment. They don't have a house payment. They don't owe the credit cards money. They don't have a student loan. They don't, have some sort of child support or whatever. A lot of people do, You never got the note. Yeah, everybody's saying that. Barb said that yesterday. She texted me at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, said, did you do a video today? And I said, yeah. She never got it. Even with no mortgage, you got property taxes and local taxes and water and sewer and trash. And then I pay, even though it's Obamacare, I still have a health insurance payment every month and car insurance and car repairs occasionally and your taxes. Yes. It's a couple $100 every year to register your car in North Carolina because you got to pay all these taxes. So yeah, everybody's got that. And, the money goes fast. It goes fast. And then, of course, we won our big 5K or 4K TVs and our cable bills and our internet bills and oh my gosh. Yes, Crotchy's Crab Shack. Crotchy's Catfish Cafe is doing only takeout down there on the Athens Highway there. Yes. What in the world is Dave referring to? Who goes to school? It's forgiven with the new laws. Have they done that? I thought Bernie was promising that, huh? That's Crotchy. No, Crotchy is a tax evader. Crotchy does not file taxes. Barb taking another Dave. Oh yeah. He's stuck in the bucket. Do you want to say something? Okay, I'll let Crotchy can say hi to everybody. Let's go. Oh, man, just standing up now. Crotchy. Crotchy the puppet. Crotchy the puppet, that's my name. That's right. Everybody, I'm Crotchy the puppet. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Some people have said Dave money and he's buying me vodka now. The liquor stores here in North Carolina are still open. Yeah. So anyway, he bought me some halfway good vodka. Yes. It wasn't a Skull. It wasn't Aristocrat. But it was better than that crappy stuff he usually buys that's one step ahead of turpentine. Anyway, me and Gus are going to get together. Now, Mark, they're at the Art of RVing. We're going to get together one of these days. And I'm going to get together with Gus, his puppet, and we're going to have some fun. So look for that coming up soon next couple weeks, okay? Dave keeps promising to put me in the show, but then he wants to sit and watch binge YouTube or binge Netflix every night. So he doesn't want to get up and do evening chat. So that's Dave's problem. That's right, everybody. Cable bill. Jeffrey, I get basic cable, so we get the local channels, and I want to get Me TV, and that's the only way I can get that. And so that's about $30 a month, and then we pay for us. We get a real fast internet, so that's the cable company, and then we stream Netflix and we stream YouTube TV. So yeah, but I can write it off as a business expense. That's right. Dave says he'll pay the cable bill because he can write it off as a business expense. And he can. That's right. Here you go. You want some? Yeah, okay, here he is. Ready, Crotchy? Oh, Dave. Whoa. Yeah, what is it? It's only 10:30 in the morning. Oh, Crotchy's passed out already. All right. There he is. Woo! It's almost all gone. Yeah, we're the Smiths. I do the same thing. I've got I have no debts at the moment. What do I have? I don't think I pay bills. I don't have a car payment. I don't have any credit card debts, which is good. I started over in 2017. Doxinator, you still have 8 months left. What? The Doxinator, you're broke. Barb's broke. Doxinator makes more. What? Dave makes more than a frontline nurse and never leaves his studio. God. Oh, well, it is true. My sister worked out as a nurse, okay? Nurses don't make good. They're not paid well, all right? They are not paid well. And my sister always said that. She was a nurse practitioner. She went to college and got a nurse practitioner's degree. And, you know, and a nurse practitioner does about 95% of what a doctor does, okay? A doctor goes to medical school, and then a nurse practitioner goes to college, whatever, gets a nurse practitioner. You do 95% of the same things, okay? People come in with coughs and whatever, and you write prescriptions. And a nurse practitioner makes a tiny fraction of what a doctor makes, you know? And the nurses are out there on the front line busting their butts, and they make a tiny, you know, they're not paid well. That is notoriously true, okay? It is not a high-paying occupation. And it is sad. And our whole medical system is effed up in this country. As you all know, the insurance companies and the prices and the whole thing is the hospitals and corporations. And it's, I don't know, it's probably beyond fixing, you know? And that is why I really do think that medical care, if most of Europe and most of the other countries, you go to England, even, you know, you go to Switzerland, you go to Iceland, you go to Sweden, their medical care is just so much more efficient than what we are doing over here. We're just a mess. My business has zero overhead. That's right, Jumpin' Jeff Flash. I mean, it is. I got a bunch of old computers. Crotchy is a YouTube millionaire. That's right. Oh, Crotchy, falling over. Sit up straight. Sit up straight, puppet. All right, Dave. Oh, he's got a hair in his eye. There he is. We got Crotchy sitting. There he is. California nurses? Oh, all right. I'm about to have my hours cut 50%. Hospital lost money by canceling elective surgeries. And that is true. That's very true, B. They say a lot of doctors' offices are empty now, cardiologists and osteopaths and everybody else, because people are not going to the hospital for elective stuff. And they're afraid to go to the hospital even if they have serious stuff. And the hospitals, as Barb said, her hospital has shut down entire wings. They're focusing on the COVID stuff, but even that's starting to trickle down now. But yeah, all that money coming in from other stuff, you know, is going down, and they're literally laying off people. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? If you eat Chipotle during a live stream, can you write it off? Yes, Camo dude. As long as it's done as any YouTube expense. My dad used to work for some big companies, and they would want to send all the people down to Acapulco for like a, you know, golf/swimming vacation. And the whole group, the whole team would get sent to Acapulco. Well, they would have one day of meetings. They just have, you know, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., they'd sit around and have like a meeting. You know, they'd all have their golf shirts on, but they'd go to a meeting for 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever. And then they could write the entire business trip off as a business expense. You know, so that they did conduct business for you know, that sit there at a business meeting, listen to somebody bloviate for 2 or 3 hours. And then the whole business trip, which was mainly golf and swimming, was written off. So anyway, that's how it's done. Corporations that own hospitals and healthcare, yes. Well, there's some very good videos on that for-profit health. You know, it's not good for the, you know, there are some things that a government should provide. There's some things a society should provide that it shouldn't be worried about making money on. And when you start turning for-profit, you turn the health industry into for-profit. People are now making money on certain things. Then you're not doing what's right for the people. You know, there's something wrong about every big giant corporations owning hospitals. You know, there are things in health business that shouldn't be for-profit. They should be done because it's the right thing to do. You know, if you have somebody who is very sick and doesn't have insurance, they don't get good care. It's just the way it is. And it's sad. And I don't think, it's at a point now where I don't think anybody can fix it. It's, it's so screwed up. I mean, there aren't many countries in the world. I think the United States and maybe Panama are the only countries in the world where you see ads for pharmaceuticals all over the television. It's just, what's the deal with that? Why, these are products that aimed at doctors and they're being sold to consumers. It's weird why that's even being done. You go to Europe and they look at you like, really? You're advertising prescription drugs on television? I don't know. It's weird. We're like the only place that does that. Oh, well. My guy is in the hospital now having one-day surgery, and you can't even visit him. Oh, Janice, I hope he's okay. Janice was down there. She's down in the Tallahassee area, right? No, that's Judy Zimshad. You're up in Hartford. You're up in Connecticut, right? I get you. Judy Zimshad is down in Tallahassee. I do not write off the TP. The CC write-off trips to Walmart. Our clinic is hurting because people aren't seeing the doc. Yeah, that's very true. Dave, you're right. It means that you are laying claim to someone else's time and money. Yeah. Well, we did see that particular nomad lady that we're all talking about, the one that's not nomadic anymore, the one at the Walmart. A couple days before that, she goes to the ER. And she even kind of giggles while she's in the ER, like, yeah. I mean, really, she didn't look like she was terribly sick. She even kind of joked that she wasn't, and she's taken up time. People could be doing something important and they're, having to do her. Oh, she's even sitting there. I know everything's fine. I mean, I call my psychiatrist and tell him I watch camodave videos on repeat all day. He says, you can't help me. You're incurable. I'd rather be alive and hunkered down and laid off for a little bit than fighting for my life on a ventilator. Well, that's true, Betty. Hey, Sarah, nice to see you here. Odd 17B, too many people. Yeah, and that's another thing. They don't have insurance, and ERs have to cover you. They can't turn you away. So people go for really expensive care at an ER, realizing they aren't going to get turned away. If you call a doctor up and say, I got a bad cough, doctor's going to say, I'm not treating you. You don't have insurance. Go to the ER. It's all nutty. It's just nutty. The Tong Gate. Yeah, that's very true. Gummo, dude, do not throw. I don't think there are any buffets still open, right? They've shut down all the buffets because of the V. But yeah, do not throw your tongs into the food. You hold them, you put your stuff, the bacon, and then you throw them into the bacon. No, especially in this day and age. I just got a $50 check from American Family. For what? What did you get your check for? Yeah. Oh, an insurance company giving a $20 rebate for driving fewer miles. Yeah. Well, what do I got? Geico. I don't think Geico's doing that. I haven't gotten my check. I haven't driven that many miles. Yeah, that is funny, isn't it? La la. Oh, Ellen Wilson, you got to go watch TV. Oh, Ellen. Thank you for the camo blanket, Ellen. What comes on at 11 o'clock? The golf. She has to go watch golf. A golf replay of the Masters tournament from 1997, right? I bought Lysol TP that's right. And do not, one of the things that Donald Trump did the other day was joking about using some of these disinfectants internally, that, Lysol and stuff like that. Don't, Clorox, Lysol are for external use only. I should. The Geico Gecko. I think Crotchy knows the Geico Gecko personally. Maybe he can do something. Really? Geico is giving a 15% discount? I'll tell you something. The one good thing about living here in North Carolina is the car insurance rates are way lower than Northern Virginia. I mean, mine dropped about 40%. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm very grateful to be here in Canada where healthcare is universal. That's good. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of some of the folks up in Canada too. I do think Canada's doing a pretty good job of handling all this. The Stonard Fart Club for life. No one. Hey, Ninth Element, how are you? Ninth Element van life. Doobie 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 doo. Mark H. Yeah, well, they say that I bet you, fewer people are dying of car accidents, fewer people are dying of air pollution. There's a number of things that people, probably regular things like other contagious diseases out there that people get very sick from in ordinary days, or everybody's being super careful and social distancing, so those rates are probably down too. I don't know. I do not hide my channels, and I do all my trolling out in the open so I get the credit for it. Oh, okay. You can't keep your phone charged. I got 2 months of 20% off premiums from USAA. That's crazy. Well, good for you. Meat and pork planting plants are shutting down because employees get the virus. Prices are going to skyrocket on meats. Burgers will soon become a luxury. Do you know what? Alan's best. It'll probably be good for most Americans to cut down on their meat consumption. That'll probably be healthier for them. That's right. You know what? I'd say a good amount of Americans probably could lose a little weight and get their cholesterol levels down and eat less meat. Maybe maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, Mark, I don't know. Things are crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Love the Cape CC. Are the fitness clubs giving money back? If you bought a year subscription for Planet Fitness, I think if they're closed, if they are actually closed for a month or so, they should either rebate you the money or extend your subscription for a month. If they close, they should do that. And if they don't, then I'd be really mad and go in there and do a CC number on them. It's true. It's true. I think, we're supposed to eat hospital-sized portions of food at mealtime. Oh. Okay, Planet Fitness didn't charge this month. Well, that's good. See? If they're not open, they shouldn't be charging, right? I think cable companies ought to be given them big rebates too. I mean, what are they? How all these sports networks drive up your bill. A third of your cable bill, a quarter to a third of your cable bill is just for the sports networks. Did you know that? ESPN and Fox Sports and all those channels, they're very, very expensive. And something like $25 of your cable bill is probably just for ESPN. And what's ESPN showing? Old games. There's nothing new on. How come your cable company, how come Comcast and Spectrum and Verizon are not rebating money? Hey, the sports channels, they should be given rebates, They should be giving you $25, $30 rebates on your cable bill or discounts for this viral time because the sports channels are not showing you sports. What are they doing? They're supposed to be paying teams for the rights to show certain games and the teams aren't playing. The baseball's not playing. What are they doing? They're paying the MLB. They're paying your local team for the rights to show those games. The games aren't showing. They're not playing. So I guess they're getting a discount or a rebate on their rates, right? So why don't they pass that on to the cable company, which passes it on to you? Why aren't they doing that? Nomads that use Planet Fitness to shower, it isn't exactly a Hollywood shower. It's scorching hot and then freezing cold in equal instruments. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what's going on here. Football canceled, baseball canceled, hockey canceled, March Madness canceled. Disney is losing huge buckets of money. Well, but Disney also owns ABC and the Disney Channel and Disney Plus, and so one goes down and the other goes up, right? Who the hell has cable anymore? BVs? Is BVs here? I don't see him. YouTube provides a public service by downgrading state videos to 480p. You can watch my video. They can take the video away. Just listen to the audio, right? That's all you need. I went for cable for many years. I did. I really did, and I could easily go without it. But right now, I don't know. I do like watching Jeopardy. I have been enjoying binge watching some stuff on Netflix, but I don't need cable either. I could probably cut that and save a few bucks. And that's true. Open land Sydney. Birth and divorces will be up 9 months from now. Oh, man. I have antenna TV. If you live near a big city, really, yeah, antenna is your way to go. You can put up an antenna. If you can put it up on your roof, you will do really well. If you live in a house and you live near a city and you can put up a nice, good antenna, watch The Antenna Man. He's a really good guy from Pennsylvania. He does some good channels. Gives a good channel there. Anyway, yeah, you can get the problem with digital television, though it's very spotty from even house to house, room to room. I noticed here, if I can put my antenna out on the front window in the living room, I can get 40 channels. I can get all the Charlotte channels, but back in my back room here, no way. And I have to watch Svengoolie now. I got to watch Svengoolie. Basic cable here in Morganton is $30 a month, and that's about 45 or 50 channels. That's all the broadcast networks. They do throw in a couple cable channels. I think we get TV Land and Hallmark and a couple other channels. I think a couple of TBS is on there. But Lowcast. I have a problem with Lowcast fishing and picking. Lowcast is Lowcast, if you live in certain markets, okay, there's about 10, 15 markets around the country. Go to lowcast.org, and you can see New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, no, not Charlotte, but Atlanta, a few other cities. You can pay, they say, free antenna television. So you sign up for Lowcast, it's free. And then all of a sudden you can see all your local channels, but you have to be within a certain market, okay? You can't be, it's not everywhere. And they will let you watch for about 15 minutes, and then they cut the signal, and then they say, please support Lowcast. And then you have to then restart the app or go back in and get 15 more minutes. But they're constantly hitting you for 15 minutes. They want $5 a month, okay? Which, again, isn't that big of a deal. But, it is not free television. And the way they get around the legalistics of that is they're saying they're offering free television, free antenna service. And technically they are, if all you want to watch is 15 minutes of a show. But it is ultimately $5 a month or whatever you want to pay. So it isn't free. It isn't really free. Technically, it's free. And that's how they get around the legalistics of picking up services like your local Fox channel, like your local NBC channel. They have a technicality there. Okay, they're not really offering it for free in reality, but they are technically offering it for free. And it's kind of a weird little conundrum. So, Fox will say, well, you can't pick up our signal and charge for it. Well, we're offering it for free in 15-minute increments. So anyway, I don't know. It's weird. Package deal gets you unlimited internet downloads and uploads and cheaper phone and internet. The package deal. Beware of the package deal. And again, there's a lot of streaming services now that are free, like Pluto TV and Stirr, STIRR, that you can get online. So there, you can watch a lot of stuff online. NBC, CBS have news channels that you can watch online. There's a lot of stuff you can watch on YouTube that's free, streaming. Sky News in England. Yeah, a lot of channels now. If you have a Roku, for example, if you have a Roku, or even on your web, if you're on the web, a lot of TV stations in other markets will stream their newscasts. So, for example, I like to watch NBC4 out of Washington sometimes. They stream their evening newscast, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They don't stream the network shows, but they do stream the local newscast. So I can get a Roku app, put it on the TV there, and I can watch the local news out of Washington in the evening. I can watch it online. A lot of stations will do that. I can watch WSB in Atlanta if I want to watch their news in the evening. There's a lot of stuff that's free. That's streamed and all that. I have a TiVo box, internet, landline, and unlimited. Yeah. Verizon added 15 GB for May. Yeah. The one nice thing about the cable company here in Morganton, there are no data caps. So that's very nice. Yeah, Open Land Sydney. If you live in an area, if you live near a metro area, you can get, antenna TV. But if you're out here in like Morganton, it's pretty tough. And again, you may end up getting some of the channels, but not all of them. So, it depends on what room you're in. It depends what kind of antenna you have. And sometimes you have to, every time you change the channel, have to reconfigure the antenna, which is a pain. When I was in Reston, which is about 20 miles west of Washington, I could get 50 or 60 channels on the antenna, but every time I changed the channel, I'd have to readjust the antenna. It was a real pain in the butt. Yeah, I have to dicker with them. Pluto's a good service. It is very good. They have some really good movie channels on there. They do have commercials, but they're a very good channel. I mean, a very good service, yeah. Yeah, we were having some trouble with our Wi-Fi a while back, odds, but lately it seems to be better. I don't know. They are doing some upgrades. I see them digging fiber cables all over the place, so they're doing something. You're still using dial-up, $10 a month. Really? I did not know they still had dial-up anywhere. That's wild. Yeah, you cannot do YouTube streaming on a dial-up. Don't even try to stream on a dial-up. You can check your email maybe. Even websites now, they're so heavy. Google, Gmail, there's so much stuff going on when you're trying to download their, email that, even on a dial-up, that must take, 15 minutes for that friggin' page to load. Well, you can use rabbit ears today. Rabbit ears work okay with digital. The big things are for the VHF signals, and the little loop is for the UHF, okay? Most of your stations today are UHF, but there's a few that still run VHF. And that's one of the problems with digital is you don't know, because whatever your channel number is, that's not the channel they're broadcasting on. Okay, you have channel 4, they're probably broadcasting on channel 32 or something. That the real channel that you broadcast on is not the same as the number that you get. You're watching NBC4, ABC6, or whatever. Those real numbers are not usually the channel number that the station's on anymore. They're on something else. They're all jammed in on UHF somewhere. And they're doing is their FCC is trying to jam all the stations in tighter and tighter. So they're constantly making people rescan and repackage. They're calling them repacks. Every couple of months, the channels move around to different channels. And then all of a sudden you'll try to get your CBS station. It's not coming in anymore. And then you have to rescan, and then it comes in. It's still CBS 13 or whatever, but it will come in. It's a mess. It's a mess. With Patreon laying off and Google making real cutbacks, where do you see all this thing going for nomads? I don't know. I would think Patreon's going to go down too, because, people are having financial troubles. Are they going to be paying $25 to Carolyn's RV Life every month on PayPal? I don't know. I don't think, I think Patreon, I don't know. you know, what goes down comes up. If things reopen in a couple months and we're getting back to some sense of normalcy and advertisers are coming back into the fold, I think people will. Hey, Chunky Pumpkin and Little Lloyd, it's snowing here. I shouted you out this morning. I'm your only subscriber. I was hoping to get 10 people to subscribe. Go to Chunky Pumpkin and Little Lloyd Marshall and subscribe and get them up to 10 subscribers. My TiVo box is also not the old free 1 or 2 year promotion. If it breaks down, I have to get free. I don't know. My wife watches TV. I watch YT. Yeah, I don't. I could very easily cut the cable. KYD. I don't know, man. There are so many YouTube channels. I can't cover everybody. Yeah, Jude. I'm very happy with just YouTube. I can make do without no television and just watch YouTube. Man, oh my goodness, Pastor Potter Gabes. Really? That's crazy. Turn on the camodave channel. The camodave channel. Well, Doxy's got a cable bill too. Doxy's got a bigger cable bill than I do. Oh my goodness, we're hitting the 1:30 mark, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Wow. Yeah, Optima cable is $89.99. Yeah, well, that's a promo rate. Wait till that ends. It'll jump way up. I used to have Comcast, and I would have a promo rate like that. And then one month it went up from like $90 a month to $138. And I just said, I don't want to pay that. Give me the promo rate back. And they said, no. I said, okay, cancel the service. Yes, that's right. It's lunchtime. Ding, ding, ding. I did a review of YouTube TV. That's the service that you can get. That's their television service. It's like a cable service, but you stream it. And it is a very nice service. In most markets, it offers all your local channels, and it does have the basic cable networks that you like. The only complaint I have about it is that about a third of the channels are sports networks, okay? And it is $50 a month, and I wish they offered a service that didn't have the sports channels for a lower price. Especially in this day and age where there's not much on the sports channels, it's a waste of money. You know, they should be charging $30 a month. They should have a $30 a month version of it without the sports channels and then $50 with the sports channels, you know. But I do think that a lot of your money now is going to waste on that. My friend Greg here that I'm rooming with, he wants regular television. And so we split the cost on that. You know, I say, okay, I don't care. I have YouTube TV on my TV here, and it is nice because it does have Turner Classic Movies on it, which I do like. So we split the cost on that. So it's $25 a month, which I have for TCM. I'm okay with that. Will I have an evening chat? I don't know. We'll see. That's always a surprise. Maybe, maybe not. Tune in at 7 o'clock and see. I'm not a sports nut. I really am not. I kind of am I enjoy watching the NFL on Sundays and the Redskins, but I'm not a sports fan. I'm not really, I don't have to have every Nationals game or whatever. I'm just not that, I don't have enough time in the day to watch all that sports. It's just too much time. What else do I have to do? Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what my roommate does. He often goes out with some friends on Saturday nights, and if he does, then I may do it. But otherwise, we may be binge watching more of The Magician. I really don't know. I will just have to see what's going on tonight. Who knows? Am I afraid of the coronavirus? What do you do? I don't. I'm doing all the precautions, and I watch you on my Roku, and there hasn't been any ads at the beginning or the end for the past 5 weeks. Oh no! Well, my YouTube earnings are down about 30%. But thank goodness for PayPal. PayPal has filled in the gaps. So thank you, all you kind PayPal donors. I do appreciate that, and my super chat friends. I can go live at my dad's internet cable TV, but way too much drama. We went riding looking for turtles. Oh, really? What do you do with turtles? Make turtle soup? You like the SEC network. I like the SEX network. Oh. Know a doctor who did hydrogen peroxide infusions. I don't know. Do I 420? No, I don't. I don't like to inhale any inhalable products. I'm just not into that. Oh, I am, but I have to say, this is a nice place to be, to hunker down. I did a little apartment tour. If you go to my Dave Hughes channel, I did an apartment tour last week, and this is a nice place to be if you need to be hunkered down. So, yeah. But it's a strange world. I don't know. As I say, I think one of the things for life is that we all have challenges in our lives. And that's what it is. Things are not supposed to be easy, and everybody has their set of challenges. And sometimes it's financial challenges. Sometimes it's health challenges. In fact, many of us have both of those sometime in our life, and friends and family and whatever, and what happens to ourselves and how life can change on a dime. Things, we've all had situations in life where you get the phone call and everything changes, right? And, and we're dealing with that not on an individual basis now, but on a mass basis. There are wars. People are born in certain wars, and as I said, if you were born in 1935, and you grew up in England and you were a kid, you're right in the middle of that, and it changes the way your life is. So just deal with it that way. Life is supposed to be challenging and different, and again, the more we can bend and be flexible, the better we'll be. You're mulching the yard. I guess that's the one thing I do kind of miss, living in an apartment, is you don't have a yard. And it is kind of a nice thing to go out in your yard and rake the leaves and trim the trees and work on a garden now. I think that would be probably a very nice thing to do. Barb has that. Barb has a nice garden there. Barb has a homeowners association that likes to come, and the guy comes with a spray and spray everything, and she doesn't want her stuff sprayed. So, she has to run out and yell at the guy. Get out of here. I don't want my lettuce sprayed with your toxic poison. Mulch those Buckeyes. Yeah, Betty, that's life. Everybody has challenges. Whether it's a war, whether it's a virus, whether it's personal stuff, whether it's a financial meltdown, whether, when I was a kid, I was thinking the other day, wasn't life better when I was a kid? But people were getting drafted and getting sent to fight in Vietnam, and we were having riots in the cities, and we were worried about the Russians and the nuclear war between the United States and Russia at any moment. And we were worried about power plants melting down. And, there's always stuff like that, scary stuff, I will do that, Mark. You need your lawn. I enjoy lawn work. It's kind of one of those things that just kind of you do, and you kind of lose your mind in it, go crazy. Turtle sauce picante. I want some eggs and bury them so I can get me some pet turtles. Meter expired. You pay a few hundred more with your mortgage when you buy a home that has maintenance included. Yes. Well, Barb lives in a neighborhood where they have a HOA, and the HOA provides lawn service. So, she doesn't have to mow her lawn, but she doesn't like it when they come and spray. All right, folks, I think we're going to wrap it up. We're at 140-minute mark here. I do appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chats, and thank you so much for being here. the curse word work. Work. Dave's closet. If you store to the top, it's right. My closet's over there, and there's a lot of room in that closet, but I don't know how I'm going to store stuff way up, 18 feet up. That's right. Don't forget the thumbs up. That's right. I did go to Jersey Mike's, and I got a big giant sub that will last me for today and tomorrow. So I'm very hungry. I need to go do that. Yes, you do not want Roundup and Agent Orange on everything. And that's right. She goes out and plants things and has a garden there, and she has food that she eats from the garden, and she doesn't want Roundup and Agent Orange sprayed on it. And you should be able to put up a little placard in your yard with like there should be a way of letting that spray guy know, stay out of my yard. Maybe you just ought to go get a couple signs, no pesticide spraying, and put a couple up in the backyard and a couple up in the front yard. Just let them know that you do not want that. That's right. Today, Jersey will give to Feed America. Wow. Donations are not required. I said that, I do have PayPal, and I do the super chat here, but you do not need to pay to watch my stuff, and I'm never going to put anything up that you have to pay for. Okay, Dave does not do that. You always can watch my stuff for free. Okay, I'm not doing Patreon. I'm not putting anything up that you're going to have to pay to see. Okay, I've decided. I was thinking that maybe I should set up a Patreon. Maybe I should set up a YouTube membership. If I do set up a YouTube membership, it'll be like, I'm not going to put anything up that you can't already see for free. It's just another option to support the channel if you like it. Doxy is getting testy. He needs his nap. Yeah, he is. It's 11 o'clock. I got to go and take my nap. All right, anyway. Doxy probably hasn't had any breakfast this morning, right? He has to have his Captain Crunch. All right, folks. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I noticed, too, that YouTube is doing different things with the live chats. They don't often pop up. The replays sometimes take better part of a day to pop up. I've noticed that now happening, so don't blame me. It'll sit there in processing mode for hours. So if you want to watch this at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, who knows if it'll even be up. Don't blame me. I'm fixing one of those cheap burrito sour cream on top of the salsa. Yeah, I'm hungry. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And I may come back tonight at 7. I may not. We'll see how things go and how I feel and what's going on here with the crew here at the CamoDAVE compound. So anyway, you all take care. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, We're the Smiths. I want to thank again Old Stonard. Thank you so much for these wonderful drawings. Thank you to RW Church. Thank you to Frank Costello for the wonderful card. Thank you to Crotchy's passed out. Crotchy's the vodka's gone to his head. Thank you so much to Mark Bond for this wonderful cup. That is so cool. Thank you, RV on the Wayside. I'll get you some stickers in the mail. Reruns. Blind Pews. No Views. We should watch No Views. Dish is giving us lots of free chat. Really? You're getting free HBO, Debbie. Wow. YouTube TV was giving us free epics, and I don't think I watched anything on that. Who cares? All right, folks. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. I will see you later. Don't forget to watch my regular shows. And, All right, folks. You take care, and you all stay safe, and I will chat with you later. This version of SaturDAVE is in the can. Vlog under.